All right, well, we've talked about sort of the state of the art and what people should be doing today to deliver against these 5-star mobile application experiences. I'd like each of you to try and put your prognosticator hat on and sort of talk a little bit about the future, how to future-proof the strategy, what are things people need to be thinking about. Maybe there's a lot of talk about wearables, there's a lot of talk about IoT. How does all of that relate to what we've been discussing?
Well, you mentioned two aspects there. So the Internet of Things and wearables. Wearables, today are already present. Mobile strategy is not about just mobile apps on smartphones, on tablet devices. It takes into account wearables. It goes back to early discussions which we had in regards to being customer first. So first and foremost, to embrace any of these new kind of areas, you need to understand your customer. So whether a wearable strategy makes sense, well, is that going to kind of enhance customer experience? Is that going to enhance, from an internal perspective, employee productivity? So an Internet of Things, well, we all know we're living in a software-powered kind of world. And in relation to that, the Internet of Things, that's just another aspect of software. It's another channel. In the same way mobile's a channel, well, having a piece of software maybe on a thermostat, well, that's another channel which you can harvest data from, where you can take that data and understand your customer in more detail. So all of these new elements to me is about having new areas to harvest data, to understand your customers in better detail.
So I've got a couple of kind of even more, I'm not going to call them far-fetched, but things that are going to really start happening and changing, the game quite a bit. There's a few things you have to think about. You have to think about sensors and sensor data. So the places where we're going to be able to collect information and actually better understand users, better understand environments, really take the level of engagement to another level will become a reality, and those are going to generate a lot of data. And you're going to need a solid analytics platform that takes that and puts it into the right context. The other thing is that technology is getting a lot more immersive. So the way that we feel about mobile, we're going to have a lot of great virtual reality. We're going to have apps that are running on these things that are actually changing our perception of reality, of life, of the way that we interact with technology. And these are all really new and different areas that are going to build new paradigms for apps, and the mobile device is going to become that hub for connectivity. You're going to have a lot of data coming from whatever sensors or devices through the mobile applications and mobile ecosystem out to the cloud, basically, where that data is going to be able to be analyzed, collected, and kind of a broader picture of analytics and user experience.
Yeah, I'd add to that, right? I mean, I think these newer devices. I was recently at a Tesla showroom, and they have these connected cars now, where cars are driving around. They're giving all these sensor data. They're pushing it all to a server somewhere. But there are other interesting complexities to this problem. Sometimes the car is in a coverage area. Sometimes it goes out of a coverage area. There are lots of other complexities in the Internet of Things world that I think we barely scratched the surface on. And it's going to create, whole new set of challenges in terms of monitoring this data, in terms of being able to transfer this data to a central server where you can slice and dice and analyze all of these attributes. So Internet of Things is a brand new world. I think we're going to be scratching the surface with Google Android Wear and the Apple iWatch. But God, I'm telling you, this is a brand new world, and we'll see lots of opportunities here.
Great. Well, I want to thank all of you for your time today. I think we talked about some great topics and look forward to hearing more from you in the future.
Thank you much.